Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely evening. So, the wonderful, the talented, the amazing NeoTarot just did a reading on Salah, not Foodie Beauty, Salah. And I'm really glad she did because I was wondering, like, how is Salah doing? He's been absent from Foodie's lives. When he does appear, he really doesn't get on camera. He tends to stay off camera. So what's going on with Salah? What's his energy? Like, where is his mind at? Well, you're about to find out in Neo Tarot's reading because she goes well into it. And I watched the entire reading. Wonderful, wonderful reading, Neo. And I'm so happy that your channel is growing, that you're doing extremely well. You deserve it. You're very hardworking. You're a wonderful, intuitive reader. You're very gifted. And I hope that more and more and more people come to know of you, subscribe to you, and get readings from you, because I think those that get readings from you privately, they'll come away from the readings learning a lot, knowing a lot about themselves, and maybe that'll help them with whatever it is in life that they are seeking to know. So, about the reading about Salah, general summary of that. He's not doing so well, not at all, as you can imagine. I've done readings on Salah. I saw so many things about Salah. Essentially, what I saw in my readings of him, and Neo, I'm going to share this with you. I saw different flashes of things. I saw that when this whole thing with Foodie is over, that he's going to have a moment where he's sitting on the couch. I saw him sitting on a couch with his head in his hands, and he's actually crying. Like, he is just crying tears of relief. Like, is it over? Like, this, the relief is just going to wash over him like water. Like, is it over? Is it really over? I don't have to go through this anymore. He's going to have that moment of just like release and relief, release and relief. It's just gonna hit him in waves. Like, there's going to be a part of him that's not going to believe it's over, and then there's going to be another part of him that's going to be so relieved when it's over, because this whole thing with Foodie has been an absolute nightmare. But we're going to get more into that during the reading. So I'm doing this react right now tonight. Neo just released her reading, so I'm not releasing this until in the morning. Wait for some time for people to watch her reading all the way through before they see my react. But I hope you guys do enjoy this react to Miss Neo Tarot. And if you have never heard of Neo Tarot, I encourage everybody on my channel to check her out. If you're wondering where to find her, it's very easy to find her. Just look down below, like down there. Look in the description box of this video. You'll find the original link for the video. You can go to her video, give her a like, give her a sub, leave her a comment. Tell her how much you enjoy her doing these readings on Foodie and Salah and everybody in the Foodieverse. That you enjoy her content. And if you're feeling up to it, she does do private readings. To get a private reading from Neo, just look on the description of any one of her videos. You'll find the link for the merch store. You click on that link, it takes you into the merch store, and you can see the part for the tarot readings. And I believe her tarot readings are $22.22. So if you're wanting a reading, that's how you get it. But in the meantime, let's get into this tarot react, the one that she did of Salah. And I really, really enjoyed it, Neo. And I'm so happy that you're doing well, extremely well. Again, you deserve it. Big thumbs up. You are always on it. You're always posting content. You're very hardworking. You deserve all of the love and healing and success that is coming to you. You're working for it. So let me just go ahead and bring up the reading. And let's see. Here we go. Let me just blow this up so you guys can see clearly. All right. Oh, where's my background? StreamYard, why are you messing around with me? Quit that. Stop that. Perfect. All right. We're good to go, I think. All right. And here we go.
It's the secret book. And that's how Spirit Book Karma. There she is, right behind you the whole damn time, right? In the shadows, just wait. Darn complex. I'm done with work. Can we meet up? I'll see you in court. So there's a lot of things that she's hiding and or again keeping secret when it comes to him. Rigged games. How does Jay-Z currently feel about Beyonce? Okay. Hey y'all. All right. So first of all, first I hate to like talk, but I have to talk this time, right?
I don't like it. Excuse me. I apologize. I do like it when you talk. Say your thoughts, girl. We love it when you talk. You got your thoughts, let them out.
And I gotta clear the energy because that's when anytime I read on him and his boo, whatever they call themselves, I have to clear energy. But anyway, I wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, I am literally almost at 10,000 subscribers.
I know. I saw that. I think that's fantastic. Girl, you're so close. You are so close. You'll get there. You know what? You'll be at 15K subscribers in no time. 20,000, 30,000. I'm wishing good things for you.
And to know me is to know me. Like, I'm not about the numbers because I feel so fulfilled when I'm doing readings, honestly. And obviously the numbers are there. And when they grow, I'm like, oh, that's cool. But to think about where I came from and where I am today, not solely on YouTube, but just in my walk and believing in the messages that I've been hearing since I was a child, like literally. And then I finally just stepped, 10 feet, what am I trying to say? 10 toes in, 2 feet in, and just threw caution to the wind and was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I have to share this gift with everybody, right?
And that's beautiful, Neo. When there's anybody in life, when you're doing what you're called to do, when you're doing what you love, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? When you're doing what you love, when you're doing what life and spirit calls to you, it's a beautiful path. It's like like you're on the right path because you're called to do it, because you love to do it. Like you're all the way in and you're not sorry you're all the way in. There's no reason to feel sorry. There's no reason to apologize because you know that you are aligned with your true self and you're following the spirit and your true self.
And I'm so grateful. Like literally the messages that I put on my posts are like so much for me as well. Like, and then to see everybody so fulfilled with a message that I feel is in alignment with my higher self and given to me by the universe and my ancestors and the highest vibrating source. It's such a believable, like unbelievable opportunity, blessing. So thank you. Like, I don't know who watches this, like, but thank you. Like everybody who taps in, thank you. Because I mean it. I'm sincere in what I'm saying. Also, just to give a heads up, I need to do something cool like for the 10,000. So I don't even know what to do, y'all. Tell me what I should do. But I will say this. I typically will drop a post, and when I drop a post, that means I'm kind of already acknowledging like energy is telling me I need to do something today. If you don't see a post 9 times out of 10, I ain't doing it. I'm a little bit of a consistent kind of person. I wouldn't say OCD, but if I do things like this, it kind of follows my pattern, follows what some might say a ritual or some sort of like getting my energy into wanting to, tap in on other energy. Because I'm outside. 9 times out of 10, I'm outside. I'm doing me. So when I have to sit down and do this is consuming. And as you can imagine, could also be very draining.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Neo. Something that people should know. For those who are tarot readers, when you do tarot reading, you're tapping into other people's energies and it can be draining. That's why tarot readers tend to just do, say, a certain number of readings per day if they have a client list or they're just doing reading after reading. Like there's only so much you can do. You can't do 20, 30 readings all in a day. And depending on the readings and how they go, that you can feel absolutely depleted. You can feel tired. So it's best to just do a small amount of readings than do a whole bunch. So I understand Neo when she says like when you do readings, it can be draining. It can absolutely just deplete you. You're like, I got nothing. It happens.
depending on who one is reading on, but it takes a lot.
Yeah.
And then lastly, you guys will not believe this. Last week, I had upwards of 50 personal readings. And I was like,
You go, girl.
wait a minute. I went to sleep and I woke up and I was like, what? Like, oh my God. So it's just, I mean,
And you are a very hardworking lady, Miss Neo. 50 readings, 50 readings, and you're posting content consistently. You are working hard, girl. Dang. Dang. Look at you. I am so proud of you. That's a lot of work, mama.
I'm so full. I'm so full. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that you guys want me to read on you. You want me to help you. I'm happy to help. I've always said that. I know when I get into the readings, I'm like in a zone and I might sound very monotone at times. And every now and then my personality kind of peeks through. But I really respect what I'm doing. I respect the gift that is given. I'm a believer that we all have a gift and some of us are multi-gifted. And so this is just a portion of who I am, but this is the reason why I'm here. Does that make sense? And for those who don't know, and then I'll get into the reading, because when I talk too much, I lose the connect. I can't hear clearly, so I have to, whatever.
I would like to share something with you, Neo. Something that Spirit is wanting me to share with you. You have wealth. You are wealthy. And a lot of people don't understand that there is a difference between being rich and being wealthy. When you're rich and you're wealthy, things kind of start out the same. When you're rich and you're wealthy, you have an abundance of something. It doesn't necessarily have to mean money or material possessions. It could be knowledge, it could be experience, it could be skill, it could be food, it could be anything. When the universe and life hands you an abundance of something, whatever that something is your abundance. The defining difference between rich and wealthy, those who are rich, when the universe gives them an abundance of something, those who are rich tend to wrap their arms around it and say, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. And they gather it to themselves and they don't give it back to the universe. They don't share the abundance. And so, because of that, the universe kind of cuts off the supply of like, okay, this is all you have, but this is all you're going to get too. Versus being wealthy, you get an abundance of something and then you get the abundance and you put it back out into the world and the universe. You are wealthy because spirit is giving you an abundance of spirit, is giving you an abundance of knowledge and intuition, and you in turn let it go back out into the universe, and then more is coming to you. So by my definition, you, ma'am, are wealthy. I just want to share that with you.
But this is something that's been a part of my life, my entire life. This is something that um, lights are already flickering. That I've dealt with lifetimes and lifetimes. I've dealt with this in spirit and in spiritual energy. I've dealt with this for so long and I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't figure out how to express this. And this is the best way to do so. And I feel like there's so many things that are evolving within this connection. And there's so many different aspects that I'm going to be exploring now that I'm fully committed to it. But yeah, so like my maternal side is very heavily in it, but my paternal side has a lot of the physical doings of it, if that makes sense. And
Mm-hmm.
so my maternal side holds the spiritual awareness, but my father's side holds the actual connection to the earth. And so when I do things, and I'll just be like, doing my thing, and spirit will say, do this with the earth, do this with water, do this with air. And I'll be like, the fuck? Like, that's crazy. And then I'll do it. And then whatever it is I was trying to manifest will come to me. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy. But I'm here for it. I'm like I said, I'm humble. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for the connection, for the ability, for the gift. And so I'm sharing it with you guys. And I'm just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right. So let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message for Salah. Now, listen, you guys. Normally, y'all will, come in because I have a freaking list. Okay, I have a list so damn long. But anyway, from just requests. But today, Spirit was like, "You need to share this. This feels like a protest. This feels like I need to get into this situation." For him, there is this energy of protest. There's also this energy of slightly afraid. There's some fear here, but there's this energy of protest. It feels like he's fighting against something. Feels like there is a fight, there is a battle of some sort. And so, yeah, you guys didn't tell me today to get into it, but Spirit was like, yeah, go ahead, let's get into it, because there's something that needs to be said. So in this energy, there's this energy of having a big heart. Heart is filled with passion. Heart is significant. And this is the passion to do what you want to do because you can. But there's also this energy of requesting friendship and appreciation, devotion, worthiness, caring, playful, teasing. And this is his Achilles heel because he wears his heart on his sleeve. Now, Spirit is also acknowledging, thank you, Spirit, that there's this cognitive dissonance. This always comes up, that there's something going on within the mind where he does not make proper judgment calls. Like he doesn't have.
You know what, Neo? You have brought this up in previous readings. You keep picking up on this, and the crazy thing, the amazing thing, is that you're not someone that you watch Foodie or Salah. You don't watch the lives or the videos they've done, but you're just simply picking up things from Spirit, and you're picking this up. And there's been talk about, like, is there something going on with Salah? Little information. Chantal had an ex-fiance, ex-boyfriend, Pete. Mentally, there are things going on with him. What's going on with him, cannot say. But Foodie has a history of preying on people. She's a weak person, but she's always looking for weaker people to persuade, push around, take advantage of. So taking advantage of somebody who might be a bit, shall we say, mentally slow, or something is different in the mind, it would not surprise me. And with the 3 cards that you have down right now, like, I keep hearing a message right now from Spirit with the bless your heart card, cut the string. He needs to cut the string. The connection between he and Foodie, he needs to cut the string. He needs to cut it. He needs to just snip. It needs to go away. Like, she is trying to create that connection. She's like trying to hold on to his heart. She's trying to get connected to his heart. Like, she's holding on to him. He just needs to cut the string and fly away. And yet she won't. She's not going to do it. I don't know why. I don't know if she's hanging on to him because she can, or because she has no home back in Canada. That if she left Kuwait, if she tried to go home to Canada, she'd have no place to go. But she is determined to hang on to him, knowing that he really doesn't want to be around her at all. But Salah, cut the string, cut her loose, cut yourself loose, bro.
Discernment. Like there's something that just plays oddly within the mind, and it feels like a gap, if that makes sense. Well, what's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like a gap. Spirit is also acknowledging that there is this energy that he's connected to Spirit, that he's like, he understands Spirit. He understands divinity. Like, he understands it, understands it, if that makes sense. But there's just this disconnection with the mind.
I'm also getting this. Salah, if you cut the string, yes, you're going to go through a storm, but you can also pursue your passion.
that make okay? So let's keep going. So in this area of the heart, having passion and or requesting passion, requiring passion, like what I give you, I want in return. There's this energy of it's raining cats and dogs because of this situation. I do feel the energy of more than one woman involved in this situation as well. And so it's raining cats and dogs. This is temporary intensity. This too shall pass. Release and cleansing. Water sign energy could be emotional and or not, but also acknowledging what you do in the dark comes to the light. Whatever is hidden is going to be revealed. And so this requires for him to clear, cancel, and release and manifest the life that he does want with the wife that he chooses. Because it feels very juggling and jumbling. Spirit is also acknowledging there's a lot of pride here. There's ego here. There's mistreatment here. There's this energy of the heart busting and rupturing and bursting as well. There's also this energy of him not listening to his higher intuition around this fire sign, around this fiery energy, solar plexus energy, and sexual sacral energy. So the solar plexus for me is just like, the fire and ability to do what you want to do because you can. But then we have this solar plexus energy. This sexual sacral energy that is around sexuality, sexual activity, also sexual energy, creativity, and emotions. And so it's because of this relationship that he's not using his higher intuition around it that has him feeling like this, that has him feeling like that, right? And Spirit says that this is karmic, this is toxic, this relationship, he's communicating about how, thank you, Spirit. And Spirit,
I got, when I saw the Stomping Grounds card, Neo, I kept the green boots on the person, the green shoes on the person, to me felt very significant. Like that, those green boots just kept jumping out at me. And I felt like there's a sense of he feels very sick. Like the green on the boots, it feels like he feels sick. Like in your stomach, down in your abdomen, sick. And I also kept feel like the message. Like I was watching this reading before I started doing the react, that the green boots reflected in the water. It's like he feels sick over this whole thing with Chantal. Like this whole arrangement with Chantal is making him feel very, very sick. He's sick in his stomach about it. It's making him nauseous. It's just the sickness is sticking to him, and it's reflected back in the water. Like he doesn't. How can I explain this correctly? Let me see if I can try. He's going through this thing with Foodie. It's making him sick. He doesn't like his own reflection. Like it's Spirit is saying he doesn't like who he is right now. He's not being true to his true self. What he's doing with Foodie on YouTube, it's not who he is. It's not where he belongs. He knows that. He's just playing along with things for now, but he's not happy playing along. The longer that he plays along with this, the more that he's connected to it, the more that it makes him sick inside. I'm not saying he's physically sick, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally, it's making him more and more sick. He's disgusted. He's very, very disgusted. Like those green boots, it feels like the sickness is clinging to him. Like I look at the boots and I feel like a sense of like moss or something, like mold clinging to you. And when you look in the reflection, you can see that sickness on you. You look in the mirror and you're like, this is not who I am. This is not what I'm supposed to be. This is not where I'm supposed to be. And he doesn't like it. He doesn't like this image of him that is out there. He doesn't like looking at himself in the mirror and seeing that sickness. It's like he looks in the mirror and he can see the sickness. He doesn't like it. It's like looking in the mirror and seeing something that is not yourself. So he feels the sickness. He's feeling disgusted. And to deal with those feelings, he might be going through things where he might be perhaps taking chemicals to deal with it, perhaps, or he might be just sequestering himself in a room, smoking cigarettes and and just trying to block it out, like, oh, it's just ignored for the time being. Like, he's using different, I feel, coping mechanisms to cope with this situation because he doesn't quite know how to get out of it right now, but he wants to. There's a part of him that wants to get out of it, but there's another part saying, I don't know how to get out of it. I feel trapped. In the meantime, he just goes through all of his emotions of feeling sick, feeling nauseous. I'm feeling like something right here in my stomach. Ugh. Like, it's just the whole situation is disgusting to him. She is disgusting to him. What she does is disgusting to him, and he wants to be out of it, but he doesn't know how to separate himself.
Said some time ago, I had said some time ago when I did a reading on her and him, early on when you guys started requesting that I do readings on her, that there was something coming up, like something very expository, and that him having a YouTube page and exposing her, and that's what's coming up as well. But there's this energy of passion for business, passion for people, even romantic-ish energy. But this is karmic, which creates karmic debt. This creates toxicity. You touch it, you get burned. Twin flame, false flame, whatever people call it, fire sign energy is connected, affecting the heart chakra, which creates imbalances and or delays. And I also feel like the throat chakra is being suppressed, meaning that there's something that he can't say. Now, I've said this too, that spirit has acknowledged that um, there's something that she has on him, some kind of, I don't know what she has on him. Okay. I don't know what exactly, but we're about to get this deck out because Spirit's showing me the deck. But anyway, let me finish. And so, splashing in the water, seeing the reflection, acknowledging to take accountability and responsibility for your actions. But also, this is emotional. This is filled with anxiety and depression. There's sadness here. One feels trapped. He feels trapped. But there's also psychological entrapment, if that makes sense. And this is because someone who was once loyal is no longer loyal, which in turn has someone yelling out, screaming out, mad at energy, mad at source, angry. And again, the heart chakra has imbalances and or delays. So barking up the wrong tree, dead and stalemate, not now, lack of clarity, perspective shift is needed. Okay, and so spirit is also acknowledging that there's something that he's trying to detach from mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, removing himself or going away, or this energy is going away because it feels like there's very little solar plexus energy, fire in the belly to do what you want to do because you can. Again, we see water, anxiety, depression, sadness. Spirit is also acknowledging stillness. There's something that's very still about the situation at the moment when it comes to him. But there's also this energy of dispelling myths and allowing the smoke to, clear out so that you can see clearly what is happening. Okay, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Hey, sing it to us.
I can see all obstacles in my way. Like that kind of energy. Okay. And yeah. Okay, so he needs a spiritual bath. He needs to clear, cancel, and release. Again, water. He, in order to get in, when he gets a spiritual bath, okay, thank you, Spirit, because he is under something. Okay. And it's very manipulative. This is what I call brouhaha, because if it's not one person's choice, then you're forcing their hand, which puts a ripple in their timeline, which then affects every other energy that he's supposed to come in contact with. Doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, but it prolongs the inevitable. And spirit universe is like, no, ma'am. No ham, no turkey. Get your ass up out the way, because the universe is constantly helping us have universal balance, aiding in universal balance. Okay. And so this person's choice, and I'm saying this person, I'm meaning Chantal, Foodie Beauty, you're putting a ripple in his timeline. I mean, your life is your life. I'm not even going to pick up on your energy, but I'm just saying in regards to his energy, because this is his reading, you're putting a ripple in his timeline.
Correct. Chantal's very good, Neo, about prolonging things, just pushing things away, extending things out that should not be extended. Like she's staying overly long in a place that she really does not belong, around people that don't want her around. I don't know exactly why, but she just likes to hang on to people and keep people around that don't want to be around her. I don't know if it's because she doesn't want to be alone. Chantal has gone on record saying She does not want to be alone. She doesn't know how to do alone very well, if that makes sense. She's always got to have somebody around for comfort, I guess, or validation. But if Miss Mama is doing that brouhaha to keep Salah around her, to keep him under her control, she really needs to stop. And while I'm here, since I'm here, I would like to say, since Chantal watched my tarot reacts, Chantal, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know who you're doing it with, but you and your group need to cut it out. Stop sending all that nasty, unwanted, unnecessary energy, rituals, spells, whatever you want to call it, at the reactors, at the tarot readers. First of all, you're wasting your time. Secondly, you're wasting your money. And you're involving people in your mess that don't need to be involved. And you're trying to hurt people that are just on their path doing their thing. And you have to know that the blowback from doing all that nonsense in the dark is going to come right back around at you and anyone also involved. You're not going to get the results you want. You're just going to cause more hurt and chaos around yourself. And ditto that for anybody also involved. I know you're still up to it. You need to stop. You really need to stop. Because if you try, there are people out there that are going to do the return to sender stuff and send it right back at you. And it's not people necessarily doing rituals or spells against you. Understand that. People are allowed to defend themselves if they are being affected in some way or being attacked. You are allowed to defend yourself if somebody is trying to hurt you unnecessarily and without reason. And people getting on YouTube and just doing simple react videos, or people who are tarot readers just doing their tarot readings, there is no reason to attack those people. They are not doing you harm. Do you understand? They're not doing you harm. So there is no reason for you to try to cause harm. So if you try to cause harm, boy, the universe is going to spank you on the ass so hard. And the more you do it, the more spankings you're going to get. So if I were you, I would quit right now.
Which throws everything out of whack. Okay, so Spirit is acknowledging he's into it. I see candles. I see it. And I've acknowledged this before when I've spoken in regards to her in a specific reading. When you think that you're a mastermind at something that someone else's culture completely and utterly understands and is like it's intertwined within their day-to-day life. And I'm not saying that they're doing something that it would wish harm or ill will on another. Hey. Thank you, Spirit. But it's just a part. It's intricately intertwined within his life. You have no business messing with this person, because when the shit hits the fan, your ass is going to feel crazy. It's going to feel like you're in a position that you can't get out of. You're stuck because you attached yourself to this energy, and now it's going to take mighty force to get away. You're going to be down bad. And that's the truth. You're going to be the one begging and screaming for this person to get away from you because you attached yourself to something that was not supposed to be. That was your call. That was your doing. Okay, I know, Spirit. Now, where's that dead?
Yeah, Chantal, you're not happy in Kuwait. Salah's not happy with you being there. Obviously, he's supposed to be on another path with other people, having a whole nother life. And essentially, you're keeping him from it. You're selfishly keeping someone from the path that they're supposed to be on. And you, madam, you're keeping yourself from the path that you're supposed to be on. You're keeping yourself from your own happiness just because you're determined to hang on to this unhappiness due to the fact that you created this whole fake, phony window display of life for YouTube, and you want to hang on to it. Foodie, you are creating more unhappiness than you need to. Just because you want a man around you that doesn't want to be around you, he's clearly unhappy. He's miserable. He's sick. I know you can feel that. I know you can see it, but you don't care. You care about you. You don't care about other people. And there's a price to be paid for willingly, knowingly, and eagerly making a person absolutely miserable and keeping them away from whatever path they're supposed to be on. You can only push that back so far and so much before they make their own way. You're making more backlash for yourself, Foodie.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Yes, mama.
Oh my goodness.
Sing it.
I can see all obstacles in my way.
You sing so good.
It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day.
Girl, I could sit here and listen to you sing all day long.
I can see clearly now. Yeah, it feels like when you get up out of his life, he's gonna be like, And his other boo is gonna be able to come to the front because she been taking the back seat for that ass.
Actually, Neo, I think he's gonna be happy, but I saw it. I did see it, a flash. He's gonna be happy, but mixed with the happiness is gonna be like a relief of soul, of like the nightmare is over. He's gonna be sitting on a couch, head in hands, just like, is it over? Is she really gone? I don't have to deal with her anymore. Crying tears of happiness, just letting all that stuff out. Like it's gonna take a minute for like the happiness to kind of just sink in and seep in and take over. But he's gonna go through that shock first of, I can't believe it's over. I don't have to deal with her anymore. Like it's the shift. He might need therapy. He might need some counseling to kind of help him through like the mental emotional process, because Chantal has done some damage to him.
But that's not my business and it's not my problem. That's just not my problem. Oh my God. What did I do with it? Hold on, y'all. I gotta find this deck. Okay. What does she have on him? Okay. So toil and the laboring. It's the working, burning the midnight oil around this privileged lady. And there's change. Looking how this person is packing up and leaving and moving. And there goes that child. And then
there it is, the kid. Every time you read, you see a baby or a child, Neo.
Here's the official person, and the official person is making a judgment on the lover. So let me tell you guys, I said some time ago that I didn't know if his dad had like military standing or some type of like decorated kind of individual, but the decorated individual is definitely coming through. But what she has on him is this hard work that he does for the privileged lady, the hard work that he has been doing and burning the midnight oil. There's something about what he does late at night too. Spirit is acknowledging, and there goes those cats y'all always love to tell me about. There's also this energy of change and moving and movement because of a child. Spirit is also acknowledging, thank you, Spirit, that the father, the official person, is in on this as well. When it comes to what does she have on him, something about the father and the lovers, knowing about the father, knowing about the lovers. But this feels very layered too, that the father is has a stance that he has made and or judgment. It's like going in for battle around the lovers, right?
Hate to stop you, Neo. Just a little bit of information for you. So another tarot reader on YouTube, Sunburst Tarot, she recently did a reading on Foodie and Salah, going deep. And she also picked up the fact that Salah's father has a military background. And what she picked up off of her reading is that this man, his father, with the military background, that his energy was a bit scary. He's a quiet man, leads a good life right now, but he has a background where he did things. He walked away from that life to pursue the life that he has now, but he still has that background. And during this whole time with Salah and Chantal, like he's been essentially been like a sleeping tiger. But the sleeping tiger is going to wake up and take care of things. So like it's you're picking up the military background on dad. Sunburst Tarot has seen it also. Uh, that is not something to be messed with. You know, a military father that has resources, that knows people. I'm not saying you'd ever do anything physically to Chantal, but you know, somebody involved in the military, it's all about strategy and planning. And this is not a stupid man to be messed with.
Please clarify the dad and the lovers. Yeah. Yeah. Spirit said you got the lovers here, but there's another main female. Okay. And that's who he thinks about all the time. And he's imprisoned by this situation, thinking about someone else, wanting to be with this other person. And Foodie Beauty knows that.
And I wonder if she takes sadistic pleasure in knowing that she's keeping him from the person he wants to be with, because Foodie does have that kind of energy where like she gets pleasure, Neo, of keeping people apart and being a problem. Like she's not one to be a woman and say, I'm standing between you two people and I'm a problem. Maybe I should just go and let you be together. No, she's very selfish minded. She's very, I'm all about myself and what I want matters most. And I don't care if it's causing you misery or somebody else misery. It's all about what I want. So if Salah is feeling trapped by Foodie, like this whole situation with Foodie, he's got to free himself. I know that he's been waiting all this time for her to let go. He needs to realize she's not going to let go on her own. She put herself in a position where she doesn't have a home back in Canada. I'm sure that if she did, she might go home. But since she doesn't, she went all in with Salah long ago. She gave herself no plan B, no way out, just so she could further guilt trip him into doing what she wants him to do. Like, I gave up everything for you. I gave up my cats for you. You owe me. That's how narcissists play the game. Like she is a narcissist. And when it comes to narcissists, you can't accept gifts or bribes or money or anything from a narc, because the moment that you do, they'll use that as leverage. And he has accepted a lot of money from her, a lot of help from her. And the more that she gave him, the more leverage that she's gotten over him and his family, especially if she's given the family stuff as well. Like she gave those things for a reason, not because she was wanting the family to like her, but to make it more difficult for them to get rid of her if she became more of a problem.
Not how she turns it, how she spins it, how she swings it. That's between her and him. That's not my business, child. Don't even care. All right. Salah. Current energy. Spirit, you keep saying protest, protest. Yeah, he's protesting. There's an energy of betrayal, backstab, defeat, a traitor, deceit, not to be trusted. This is a bugaboo in his energy field. This person is fighting for what he loves, claiming what his love is a battlefield, but he's also keeping a promise. This is very layered. There's also this energy of being very promiscuous, sleeping around, a hoe, free for all, sleeps with your man. There's a pregnancy, okay, when it comes to his energy. Spirit is acknowledging this could be an actual pregnancy and or this could be trying to give birth to an idea, a manifestation. There's some uncertainty around this situation. Spirit said you should have wrapped it up. There's evidence of cheating. Every time I read on him, there's always evidence of cheating when it comes to him. There's also this energy of doing drugs, allegedly, and this is what causes someone to fall apart, fall into pieces, all torn up. Spirit says this also is an energy of him having to focus on children and or co-parenting. Every time I read on him, there is a child. Spirit said you already know the tea. And there goes that copycat energy again with this fake apology. This is a nightmare. It is about to blow up. The situation is about to explode. Someone is getting caught cheating, finding evidence of cheating, and people are watching this shit go down and enjoying the gossip.
So he's got a messy life. On one side, he's got Foodie Beauty and all the mess with that. Then he's got a main lady that he's very much attached to, but he's also sleeping around with other women and doing messy, perhaps unsafe stuff. Salah, dude, he needs to grow up. He needs to grow up, and he needs to get real.
This is a never-ending energy that comes when I read on him around his current situation.
I'm being told to say this. Salah, you want your cake and eat it too. But if you want to see a case of wanting your cake and eating it too, how that works out, look at Foodie. Because her eating all the cake, it's made her sick. So if you're over on your side wanting to have your cake and eat it too, it's making you sick too, dude. You need to get it together.
Around his endeavors, around his extramaritals. But I will just be quite frank. I don't know how many wives this man got. Okay. Salah. Okay. Yeah, Spirit says the evil entity has left. Return to sender, breaking a curse, black magic has failed. And this is interesting because the last time I did a reading on her, I told her, return to sender, and her energy field. And if the black entity has left, are y'all still together? Not my business. Diluted attachments. This beginning of the reading, this is what I was telling you guys. But the smoke is clearing out so that one can see clearly with the third eye and have a visible eye, open themselves to enlightenment, their third eye, around this fire sign energy, this Aries energy. It's okay to start over and over and over again. It's time to rebirth, reinvent yourself, and rise from this fire sign. That's his business, child. Now, if you listen, okay. If you don't, okay.
I'm being told to say this for him. Don't be so focused on what you're losing. Be focused on what you're saving. Be focused on what you're saving. Material goods, walk away from it. You can buy more stuff. You can create more stuff. The most important thing you can save is yourself. As long as you got yourself, you can do anything. You can rebuild from nothing as long as you have that. But if there's somebody in your life that they are corrupting that and they are filling it with sickness and filling it with just bad energy, it's going to take some time to purge all of that out and rebuild again. So, Salah, don't be so focused on what you leave behind or what you're giving up, if it's money, if it's a home, if it's a life of just comfort. Because that comfortable life came with a price, didn't it? Like, look at all the misery that Foodie has put you in. Is it worth it? Sometimes you got to ask yourself, is the juice worth the squeeze? It really isn't if the juice is poisonous. If it's full of venom, if every time you drink it, it scalds your throat like acid and goes down into your stomach and just sits there and bubbles and just makes you ill. It's not worth it to take that juice in. It's worth it to throw that lemon away and go get your own. And then you can be healthy again.
Okay. Salah, what does he need to focus on? Thank you. Love. And there's a karmic completion. Now, this is interesting too, because I feel like this card came out for her as well. So as he's focusing on self-love, he would need to focus on self-love and really communicate love and loving himself and acknowledging that his choices are a direct reflection of what he believes he deserves, because he's getting ready to experience karmic completion. If he has already, or if he hasn't, it's coming. And Spirit is acknowledging that karmic completion can come in like a wrecking ball, like that song. I mean, ain't no dodging. Okay, ain't no dodging, but definitely feeling the weight of receiving one's karma. Okay, and Spirit, no pun intended. Spirit says was a spiritual career. He needs to invest in that. Like that's where his passion really lies. Doing things on a spiritual level, on a more spiritual kind of focus, with a more spiritual kind of focus. Does that make sense? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Spirit says he's shedding the old, he's letting go of people, possessions, and or issues, generosity, sharing. There's still an energy of greed and unwarranted fear of poverty with the Four of Pentacles and
Yeah, I picked up before, Neo, like I think the Foodie has something on him. I don't know what it is. There has to be a reason why he's not gone away yet. But I also feel like there's still a part of him that's a bit greedy. Like I think that he's gotten too used to the easy life with Foodie. Oh, if I could just hang out, I can make money and do nothing. I don't really have to do anything for her except something here and there. But I also feel like part of the reason why he's hanging out is he's afraid that if he hops off the Foodie beauty train and goes and does his own thing, the moment that he hops off the train, that she's going to start making money and he's going to miss out. So for greedy reasons, he's sticking around thinking, I just got to hang out a little bit longer. I got to hang out a little bit longer. If I just hold on, she'll start making money again and I'll get more money. No, she won't. She won't give you more money, Salah. You'll never get more money. You just won't. So it's best to just walk away from her. Even if her ship comes in, she's not going to let you board. She has no intention of letting you board that ship. Never going to get rich off of Foodie. You're not going to live the jet set life because of Foodie. She will purposely keep you starving to keep you codependent on her. So just walk away, dude.
Reverse, that's like shattering that foundation. He does not have up healthy boundaries. Money is funny. Heart chakra has imbalances and or delays. There's also this energy of him feeling trapped within his emotions, confined, limited. He is wanting to release. He wants to let go. He's acknowledging that he's been waiting, and there's a lack of direction. But look how the mind is illuminated. He is learning something. This is a very pivotal moment for him in life right now. There is a lesson to be learned if he's willing to learn it. What is his biggest obstacle? Thank you. Our biggest obstacle in reverse: gossip, malicious lies, bias, loss, misery, one who puts people down and cannot be trusted. Air sign energy in reverse. What's next for Salah? Thank you. There's this energy of making a break for it. Okay. With the Seven of Swords, there's this energy of deceit, lies, trickery, cheating, theft, underhanded, dishonest, masquerading as a friend, spying, lack of conscience, strategy, resourceful, flexible, escaping their interconnection. Okay. Interesting with the Seven of Swords. Anything else, Spirit, in regards to his relationship with Chantal, Foodie, Beauty? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right, so Spirit is acknowledging with the Three of Wands in reverse, fire sign energy, throwing water on the flame. Okay, unrealistic plans, arrogance. A promising venture fails to deliver. Moving home, lack of foresight and planning. And this interrupts the family, the home. Again, water sign draining out, very emotional, unhappy home, family life, dysfunctional family, broken home, lack of security and stability. And then we have the Two of Cups in reverse. If there were ever a spread that said dun 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 dun, this would be it, right? With the Two of Cups, disharmony, disconnection, imbalance, inequality, incompatibility, unhappy couple. Dun 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 dun.
Oh boy.
Dun 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 dun. Okay. And so you keep telling me, Spirit, about this other wife. Who is the other wife? Salah. Salah. Now Salah. Another wife, who she is. Okay. So when I ask about this energy of the other wife, this is what I get. And Spirit said, don't stop there. Don't stop there.
I'm glad the spirit said that. I want to know. Tell me.
What? Okay.
Good call, spirit. Good call. We want to know. Tell us.
The other wife. It's another woman. Thank you. She said karma.
Oh,
my fair lady. Okay, so Spirit is acknowledging when it comes to this other woman, she is upset. There's a lack of enthusiasm, there's sadness, unrealistic energy, expectations, unrealistic expectations. There's ego and conceitedness. There's oppression, miscarriage, stillbirth, or abortion. With the Nine of Pentacles, she feels like she's losing money. There's a heart chakra has imbalances and or delays around this situation, around the energy of Salah. There's also this energy of poor boundaries, losing money, lack of independence and stability, a lack of security, reckless spending, shady investments. Wow. Okay. And then Spirit is also acknowledging that she's like, be in charge. Take the bull by the horns. And she's talking in reference to this Aries energy, this fiery energy. Be a man. Take this bull by the horns. Be impulsive. I'm like caught up for words. Okay. And then she's also acknowledging that there is something that she is fulfilled with when it comes to him. There's something about my wishes coming true. But look how the arms are crossed at the solar plexus. It's like, this'll do. Like, oh, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm okay. But this'll do. Like, not completely overjoyed, but like satisfied, if that makes sense. Okay. And so Spirit is acknowledging like wishes coming true, realizing your dreams. There's this energy of cheerfulness and positivity, optimism and satisfaction and success. There's this energy of having some sense of fulfillment when she's saying, grab this energy by the horns, be in charge, let's go.
yeah, she's saying, if you're the man of the house, then be the man of the house. Like, stand up, be the man, be strong, find your strength, show your strength. That's what she's looking for. She's looking for him to be strong and just take the bull by the horns and like fix this, fix all of it. Like, stop being so weak to this whole thing.
Be a leader, that fire sign energy. And she said karma is at, okay, so how does she feel about Foodie? Because now Spirit is like, go. I'm getting the green light. Okay, go. Okay, so how does she feel about Foodie? I don't even know who we talking about, child. Okay, when it comes to Foodie, she's acknowledging regret, refusing offers, a missed opportunity, focusing on the negative. She's self-absorbed, depressed, boring, frustrated, weary. She's also acknowledging when it comes to Foodie with the star card in reverse, hopeless, despair, focusing on the negative second time, lack of faith, lack of inspiration, lack of creativity, boredom, and monotony. When it comes to Foodie,
I'm getting some voices, Neo. I'm like almost hearing them talking, like Salah almost telling the woman, his wife, this is my business. And the wife saying, that business is failing. Like he's trying to justify what he's doing, but the wife coming back and saying, this isn't profitable. The business is failing. Like, you're not going to get from her what you want. You need to understand that.
there's also this energy of returning to her roots. So there's this energy of going back home, reunion, immaturity, childish. But there's also an energy of gifts and sharing and charity and support. Wow. Also acknowledging that she's dealing with some childhood issues. She being Foodie Beauty, Chantel, and past influences. Wow. So did she give her money, babe?
There's been some talk before, Neo. Some talk about how Foodie might have given money to the family and other people around him, like in order to gain favor with different people. Maybe in the past she gave people money or gifts. So if he has a wife, and if the wife is been in the background, especially now with perhaps a child, in order for the wife to be okay with Salah being around her on YouTube, she might have given the wife a gift or money or something in order to keep her quiet and keep her complacent in this whole thing.
Now we all in the Kool-Aid today. She's acknowledging that things have slowed down tremendously. There's an energy of forcefulness when it comes to Foodie. When it comes to giving and or gifting, there's a lack of direction, a lack of self-control, powerlessness, aggression, coercion, being blocked by obstacles. At one time she was, but this is in the opposite. Thank you, Spirit. This is in the reverse now. So it feels like things have definitely slowed down tremendously, creating a lot of emotion. But she does feel very inspirational and inspired in regards to fire sign energy again, acknowledging that there's something new getting ready to happen. There's some kind of new spark, some type of new initiative, some type of new passion, some type of new thing that it is going to be a challenge, but they're kind of excited around it. It's getting into the game. So it feels like Foodie Beauty Chantal, that the tides are shifting and that the tables are turning. So who is winning in this situation? It feels like, yeah, it feels like the tables are turning. And she's like, it's funny how the tables turn. Yeah, like it's not working out for you. Thank you, Spirit. There's something here very significant that lets me know that the ball is in their court now. Are you making money for you or are you making money for them? That's my question, because it feels like things have definitely changed. And this could be why there's so much fire and rage around this situation.
I can see why the wife would be upset if the wife is also a mother. If she's angry because maybe the agreement was Foodie would give money to Salah and to her to put up with this whole thing as compensation for the time that Salah cannot spend around his wife and especially his child. Like if the agreement was, hey, like this man, he's a family man and I'm his wife, and you're taking time away from me and my child. So the agreement is you got to pay X amount of money to compensate for that time lost. And if Foodie is going back on that agreement, I can see why she would be angry. It's like what am I giving up my time, and why is my child being without their father if we're not getting compensation?
Because it feels like you're she's in a position where it feels like you're not she being Foodie Beauty. You're there was something that was owed to them. There was something that you acknowledged that you were going to give and or a promise, and you broke your promise. You're it's almost like you're not how do I say this? It's a situation where you promise them something and you are not delivering. And so because you're not delivering, you are defaulting on your loan, on your promise. And now it feels like they have a lot of information. Hey, thank you, Spirit, to put you in a situation where you look crazy. And again, this takes me back to this YouTube video that it feels like he's going to make he being Salah around this complete and utter situation. And it's going to be completely devastating. And I think I've said to you before, it feels very expository. This is exactly what it feels like. And maybe this is why Spirit told me to get up and do this reading. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.
Wonderful reading, Neo. And can I just add these closing thoughts to the thoughts that you just gave? Chantal, Salah is a quiet person, but just because somebody is quiet doesn't necessarily mean that they are weak. It doesn't mean that they don't have emotions and that they can't feel a sense of quiet building rage. You've been doing things, you've been saying things that have been building up a lot of resentment, a lot of anger, and a lot of rage within him. And it's just sitting in his belly, wanting to come out. And there might be a moment where he decides to purge it all out and get it out of his system and end this thing between the two of you once and for all. Since you brought him into this thing, you brought him into this fake, phony husband wife YouTube arc. If he wants to break free, he knows he has to expose the truth. Because once he exposes the truth, the story arc is over and you have to go home. You can't play the part of the Muslim wife anymore. But you are pushing him more and more to that point just because you won't go home and take care of yourself the way that you need to. You're keeping yourself from your original true path, and you're keeping him from his original true path. And there is a price to be paid. You're paying it now in the form of lots of unhappiness. He's unhappy. It sounds like his wife is unhappy. And if there's a child, then I'm sure the child is also unhappy. And your decision to be selfish affects you, and it affects others. And there's going to be all kinds of bad energy coming at you because of that. And honestly, at this point, you don't need to create more bad energy. You need to start getting rid of it. So that's it for this reading. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've thoroughly enjoyed reacting to it. I'm not posting this until tomorrow morning, but I encourage you all to look down below in the description for the link for Neo's original video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.